Hey, welcome back, friends. If you want to join the friends, go ahead and hit that subscribe button down below. So today we have another thing that you can actually do while disassembling. It's a very good money-making method. You can cast Fruitfall scrolls while you are disassembling. So as you can see here, I am currently at 60 familiar points, and I will just kind of spam click this. I'm actually going to go ahead and move this to a key so that it's not quite as loud. But I am continuing to disassemble the entire time while I am casting the Fruitfall spell. So why do we care about casting the Fruitfall spell while we are disassembling? Basically, the Fruitfall spell has a chance of getting some papayas on the ground. As you can see here from all those casts we just did, it was 10 casts, we got 7 papayas, as well as a lot of other fruits that we don't really care about. So the reason why this is actually really good is because papayas, if you examine them, they're worth over 3,000 apiece, and these Fruitfall scrolls only cost 186 GP apiece. So every single time you end up rolling papaya, you make about 2.8, 2.7k, and this is basically lossless gains. If you don't have the Herblore level to make the Weapon Poison plus pluses, go ahead and check the link down below. I have a guide for making those. This is another alternative for something that you could do while disassembling, assuming that you don't care entirely about how AFK disassembling is, because this does take a little bit extra effort, but honestly not that much. I am going to go ahead and check out, see how long it takes to actually use. I bought 100 Fruitfall scrolls. I'm going to see how long it takes to use 100 of those, as well as how many papayas that you can expect to get from every 100 scrolls, and then figure out how much extra GP per hour you're actually making while disassembling. Okay, so I just finished up using 100 of the scrolls, and it looks like I actually goofed a little bit. First off, the bananas, I had some in my bank, but I did not collect the oranges, lemons, limes, or pineapples for the first half of them. And if you go ahead and go into the price checker, the papayas are worth the most. They're 3,273, so they did get the majority of the money here. But oranges are worth like 700 GP somehow, as well as all the other, most of the other fruit is worth at least 200 GP apiece. So I'm actually going to be making this into 2 separate money-making guides, and you guys get to see it both in one. So the first one that I did, it was just natural respawn. You are disassembling while doing that. If you have disassembling unlocked, this is probably going to be the faster money, but I'll do the math out for you all later. But the second thing I am going to do is I'm actually going to use, which pouch do I have it in? Some summoning potions here. If you didn't already know, summoning potions does recharge the familiar's points here. So I'm going to be using up summoning potions while I am using 100 of those, seeing how much faster I can actually get that done, get all 100 of those scrolls done in, as well as how much extra I pay for basically these summoning potions. So just finished up using the 100 scrolls with summoning potions, and I timed it out, and it took me 6 minutes instead of 20 minutes. So it's a lot faster way of casting the Fruitfall spell, but during the course of that, I actually used 6 summoning potions, dose 4. So we're going to have to be checking out the prices of everything to figure out if it's worthwhile to cast more of these per hour, or to be disassembling while you are casting the Fruitfall spells. Obviously, if you don't have the disassembly unlocked, if you don't have invention unlocked, that's not an option for you. But all in all, this was a little bit worse loot. This seems to be actually the average drop rate for the papaya fruit. I think I got a little bit lucky with the extra, but honestly these prices are really out of whack. The limes and the lemons were going for like 500 a piece, and the oranges were only going for like 200 a piece. So I'm gonna have to sell them on the G, figure out how much they are actually worth, and get back to you guys, as well as do all the math so I can figure out the GP per hour for both of the methods while disassembling, while casting Fruitfall, as well as how much you make using summoning potions so that you can cast Fruitfall as fast as you possibly can. So I just decided to instant sell all these items. The margins weren't huge, except for on lemons and limes, which didn't even buy for 10K. So there's some pretty huge margins on those, but it's a very low trade quantity, so the chances of me actually getting these sold in a decent amount of time is not high, and I want to get this video out as soon as possible for you all. So all in all, if you add up all of these, it's just shy of about 300,000, but I'm going to use 300,000 for the calculation just because it's a nice even round number, as well as if you're a little bit more patient, you very well could make way over that. And odds are you're going to be making a little bit more papaya fruit than I actually got. So with the case of using summoning potions, for every 100 scrolls you use, you're going to be using 6 summoning potions for a total cost of about 70,000 between the scrolls and the potions. So about a 230,000 profit, and I did that in 6 minutes. So you're making 2.3 million per hour. Only requirement is the requirement to be able to summon a fruit bat, which isn't that really that high of a summoning level anyhow. In the case that you choose to just allow natural regen to happen, it does take 20 minutes flat for you to use all 100 of those scrolls, seeing as how you get 5 scrolls per minute. So that's going to be 20 minutes straight. But you do eliminate the summoning potions cost. So you only cost 20,000 per 100 scrolls, or a profit of 280k, which first glance looks to be a lot worse profit because you're only making 840,000 per hour instead of 2.3 mil. But as you could see from the beginning there, I was actually disassembling while doing all those. So I'm going to basically say you have lossless disassembling. You are going to have to bank occasionally, so you might lose a teeny bit of your profit. But realistically, you are making at least 840,000 per hour on top of the disassembling that you're doing. So if you didn't check out my equipment siphons guide already, you can actually make 2.5 mil per hour disassembling items. So all in all, if you disassemble items from that guide, I'll have a link in the description, you're making 3.3 million per hour just by doing Fruitfall. That's really good. I'm going to go ahead and check the summoning requirement. I think it's like 66 or something like that. Check the 60s range. And 69. You're going to need 69. Paul Hype. 69 fruit for fruit bat to summon it and cast the scrolls. So with 69 summoning, as long as you have invention unlocked, you can make 3.3 mil per hour doing this just by disassembling and letting natural regen happen. Or alternatively, if you're willing to use summoning potions, you can make 2.3 mil per hour by just collecting these fruits. That is really good money making for only 69 summoning as the only requirement. As always, if you like videos like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button down below, leave a like, and if you have anything to say, go ahead and leave a comment. Have a good one.